how to guess the meaning of a word by looking at its parts, also by looking at the sentence and trying to find the clues in order to tell you the meaning of each word in case you don't know the word or in case it's a new word. I hope that you enjoy the lesson and you find it beneficial.
So today's lesson is going to be vocabulary, and this is our third lesson dealing with vocabulary. And of course, this lesson is prepared by myself and is introduced or presented by myself also. So as you know, there are many words in English language, and you will never know the meaning of every one, of course, and this is known for all students and even for us as teachers. So when you read, you will often find many words that you don't know. And this is, of course, normal. And definitely it takes a lot of time to stop reading and then try to find every new word in a dictionary. So what we are going to do in our lesson today, and we focused on these things during our past work in other vocabulary lessons, is that you try to understand a new word without using a dictionary first. And then if you did not understand it at all, then you can just refer to a dictionary, and this can be your last step. So first of all, we are going to look at word parts. Of course, there are different word parts, and namely the important ones are the prefixes, and we talked about them before. We said prefixes are the very small letters which come at the beginning. So a prefix comes at the beginning of a word, like on, ill, this, and we have lots of others. These are just examples. Okay? Then we have root, which is the main part of the word. Okay? So again, every English word is really a root. And then we add lots of other things to it at the beginning as when we add the prefix, or at the end when we add a suffix. Okay? So a suffix always comes at the end, like id, is, and li or ly. Again, these are only examples of suffixes, just examples. We have lots of others. So this is the main parts of the word. Okay, we have a prefix, root, and suffix. Let's look at more examples. Like the word view, this is the root, and it means see or look. Okay? Then, if I have review, then it means this is a prefix, which is re, and the root, which is view. So this is another word I can derive from the root or the main verb, which is to view something. Okay? Also, if I have viewed, then again I have the root, which is view, and a suffix, which is the ed, which of course each prefix, each suffix indicates a meaning. So here we have the word view is the root, and it can be, of course, I can add a prefix to it, so it will be review, or I can add a suffix to it, which is ed, and is going to be viewed. Also, it's the same here. Then the shape of the word is going to be like that. Reviewed means re, prefix, view, the root, and ed, the suffix. As we said, prefixes and suffixes indicate certain meanings. Okay? So, re means do again. And remember when we talked about the prefixes and suffixes in the first term, and again in the other vocabulary lessons which we presented, that prefixes got meanings. Okay, so re as a prefix means do again. Of course, ed or id means the past tense of a verb. So when I say id, it means that I'm talking about the past tense of the verb or of the root view. And let's look at a sentence or an example. They reviewed the words for their vocabulary test. So of course here they reviewed, it means that they studied again or they revised. Okay? Review means that they did viewing of the words again. Okay? Reviewed. So we have here prefix re, and of course id, which means the past tense of the verb to view. We are going to look at other example here. Re-washed. Again, we have re as a prefix. Wash is the root, which is, of course, I think you know the meaning of the word wash as a verb. And then ed, which is the suffix. So we have here re means do again. And, of course, ed means or talks about the past tense of a verb. So let's have a look at the sentence or the example. My mother re-washed the dress. It means that she washed it again. Okay, she did the action again. Re-washed. Also, we have the word undrinkable. We have un, the prefix, drink, the root, and able, the suffix. Okay? So even if you don't know what is undrinkable, it's a long word, you don't know it, you can just cut it into parts. So you have here un as a prefix, and I think you know by now what is meant by un. And of course able, and again we talked about able before. So un means not, and definitely able is the ending of an adjective. Okay? So whenever I find able at the end of a word, then it means that I'm dealing with an adjective. Okay? And remember we talked about this in past lessons when we dealt with parts of speech, and again when we dealt with other vocabulary lessons. So the sentence is going to be, the river's water is undrinkable because of pollution. It means that nobody can drink this water because, of course, of pollution. So undrinkable. And here the main verb is, of course, which is not drink anymore. But because I have the root drink, then I mean that it has to deal with drinking. Okay? But here it means you can't drink it. And of course, able, this is an adjective. I'm describing the river of the water that nobody can drink. Okay? Undrinkable. Other example of, again, suffixes like the er at the end, and it means a person or thing that does a certain action. Okay? And of course, this is a common suffix. So it means that a person or thing does something. And when you have verb plus er plus the suffix er, it means I'm talking about a noun now. So I change the part of the speech of the word. If I have a verb and I put to it at the end er, it means I change it into a noun, because er means that I'm talking about a person or thing that does certain action. And let's look at this sentence. Mr. Smith teaches English. So now here teaches is a verb. Teaches. So as we said, Mr. Smith teaches English, and of course here teaches is a verb, and we put es because this is a present simple tense. So with, of course, Mr. Smith is he, so we have to put es because the verb takes s with he, she, or it when we talk about present simple tenses. Okay, so because he teaches English, then he is what? He is a teacher of English. Okay, so I add er to the verb, which is teach, because of course I'm talking about his job now. So he's a teacher of English. So here the suffix er meant that when I put it to a verb, it means that it is a noun. So of course a person who teaches is a teacher, a person who drives is a driver, a person who writes is a writer, and so on. Okay, so it means here if I put ER, it means that I'm talking about a person or a thing that does a certain action. And of course here, this action is teaching. Okay. Also, the suffix ly, it has a certain meaning, and I think you know that very well. So ly means in the manner of, or it means that this word tells how something is done. Okay, so adjective plus ly means adverb, and again, this is a very good way in order to know the different parts of speech. If you have adjective with ly at the end, then it is an adverb. If you have an adverb, which is a word with ly, if you just remove the ly, then you find the adjective. So again, this is a very good way in order to know the different parts of speech. Like, if we have this sentence, Sandra is a quick swimmer. Of course, here, quick is the adjective, and of course it means fast, yeah? So it means that she swims what? She swims very quickly. So I have here the adjective, which is quick. And then when I wanted to describe the way she swims, I said quickly. I just added ly to the adjective quick to change the word into an adverb. And this means how she swims, okay? And of course here, the first one, when I say Sandra is a quick swimmer, I'm using verb to be, okay? And then when I changed the second sentence, I used swims as a verb, okay? So she swims very quickly. Again, we have the prefixes in, m, l, er, and when I add them to an adjective, it means also I am talking about an adjective. And I think we talked about them before, that all of them means not, or they give us the negative, okay? So when we have not complete, it means incomplete, not probable, improbable, not legal, illegal, and not regular, irregular, okay? And we said before, I hope that you remember, that I used M here before the letters B, M, and P, okay? So if I have a word starting with B or M or P, then I use M, okay, to make it, pronounce it easier. Also, I use L before the word starting with the letter L, okay, as you have here, illegal, again to facilitate pronunciation. Also, I use in front before the word that starts with the letter R, again for the same reasons, to facilitate pronunciation. So they all mean the same, which of course means not or negative. Negative of the adjective, then it gives me an adjective also. ing, again, it is name of an action, or we can just call it, some grammarians call it gerunds, okay? They call it name of an action. And when you add ing as a suffix to a verb, you change it into noun, okay? So again, this noun, again, we call it gerunds. Like, I always eat carrots, and as you can see, the illustration shows that this rabbit eats carrots, okay? Then, in addition, eating carrots is good for you, okay? So here, when I added the suffix ing to the verb eat, I change it into noun, which is eating, okay? So now eating carrots, this is the gerund, and you have the main verb, which is. And of course, is refers to eating, so remember the subject-verb agreement, okay? So whatever we are doing, these are all things are linked, yeah? So be careful with this. So verb plus ing means noun here. Then when we add the prefix miss, again we talked about that. It indicates an error or a mistake or something done badly. Okay. So when I say miss, there is an error or a mistake going on. Okay. Or in another meaning, it's something done badly. So when we have miss plus verb means a verb, okay? So I just add miss, I just give the meaning of something done in an error or in a mistake or something done wrongly or something like that. But again, it's the same as verb, like, he did not understand my question, okay? So he did not understand it, okay? And then if I rewrite this sentence or this sentence in another way, I'm going to say he misunderstood it. Okay? So if I just add miss here, means that he understood it in a wrong way. Okay? And why did I put understood in the past? Because I have did in the first sentence, which of course indicates the past simple tense. So did not understand. Then when I rewrite it again, I will say just misunderstood. And of course, it here refers to the question. I can just say he misunderstood my question. Okay? So there are lots of ways to say the same meaning and use different words. And this is what you find in either your reading texts or your vocabulary exercises. So you have just very easily to look carefully at the word. So I think you can understand, did not understand, but sometimes if you find it in the sentence misunderstood, you'll find yourself stuck. Don't be, because of course miss will mean or will indicate a mistake or error or something done badly or in a wrong way. Now let's have a look at different word parts which we talked about earlier. We are going to look at re, ing, and other noun. Here we are going to build new words. How can we build new words? So we have here 4 verbs. These are, let's say, the root, our root. Okay? Remember we said the root is the main verb or the main word, and then we add things either at the beginning or at the end to give me a new word. Okay? But the root is the same. So when I have in the table, I have do again, which is again a verb, and of course when we do something again, it should be what? Re. So I have my root is copy. So recopy means to copy again. Okay? Then name of action, which is a noun. Remember when we said what should I add to a verb to give me the name of action? Sure, it's the ing. So it's going to be what? Copying. Yeah? Then in the third column of my table, I have person or thing, and of course this is a noun. So if I have person or thing, then which suffix indicates person or thing? Sure, er. Okay, so it's going to be copier. And of course here the copier means the machine you copy, like Xerox machine. Okay? And then the last part, which is the product or the simple noun of the verb. And in this case, we have the product is a copy. And of course, why did I put a here? To show you the difference between this word and the root. Because copy is a verb and a copy is a noun. Okay? And this again, you have to revise your articles. When to use this, when to use that. So again here, as we said, this is one word and I can just rewrite it in different ways to give different meanings. Let's have a look at paint, and we are going to do the same. Do again is going to be what? Good. Repaint, which means that you are painting again. Let's say your house or a painter or something. Name of the action, again, is painting. A person or thing is the painter. And of course, you bring the painter to paint your house, and the product is a painting. And again, we put here the difference between a painting and painting as name of an action or a noun. It's clear. Of course, painting is not easy. This is the action itself, the gerund, okay? But when I say Picasso did a very nice painting, here this is the product, okay? The third verb we're going to look at is the verb discover. So do again as verb is rediscover. Name of the action, yeah, I heard you, very good, discovering. A person is discoverer, the person who discovers things. And the name of product here, this is something else now, it's discovery, okay? The product or the noun itself is the word discovery. The last verb we're going to look at is the verb publish. So do again is of course republish. Name of action is publishing. The person is the publisher, and of course the production or the noun here, which is publication. So now I'm building. This is a way of building new words. And again, this is another way for you to memorize your very long list of verbs or words, is that you just get the root of the word and just try to build new words using the prefixes, the suffixes, and giving the nouns, giving the verbs, so things will be easier for you. Now we also build some other new words, and using, of course, miss and the ing. Okay, so we have here, what do we mean by miss? It means not do well, okay? Error or mistake, remember? And when to use the ing, it means action of not, in this case, of course, action of not doing well, which is a noun here. So we have the word or the root, which is a verb, understand, and not do well as verb is going to be misunderstand. You misunderstand something, okay? You don't understand it the correct way. Action of not doing well, so it's going to be what? Misunderstanding. So of course, the action of not doing, remember here we have doing, then it will be the same here as ing. Use, not do well, again, as verb is misuse. And this, we all have, we are all misusing our technology, okay, like mobiles, internet, and so on. Action of not doing well is again misusing. Then we have the verb spell. So it's misspell when you write the word in a wrong way. And the action is misspelling. Place, of course, not do well, misplace, which means that you put it in a wrong place, you put something in a wrong place. And of course the action is misplacing. Okay? So again here, this is a new way of building new words by adding miss or ing to give me a new meaning. But we're still using the same word. Okay? Another way of building new words is, of course, adding ly in, of course, ly, I forgot to tell you that it is a suffix. So it comes at the end of the word. Also, we add in as prefix, im as prefix, il as prefix, and as prefix. And I think you know, in, il, means not, or the negative. Okay, this is, I think you know from previous lessons we did. So we have here the word correct, and of course here our root is adjectives. They're all adjectives. Okay, so correct as an adjective. If I add in the manner of, or if I change this adjective into adverb, then I'm going to add the suffix ly. So it's going to be correctly. If I want to say not, and I leave the word as it is as an adjective, then it's going to be incorrect. Good. If I want to change not, or the adjective which means not, or in a wrong way, into an adverb, so it's going to be incorrectly. So now how many ways I did in order to change the word adjective correct into something new, okay? I first added ly, and then I added incorrect to the adjective to make it again the same adjective. And I just added ly to the adjective, in order to change the adjective into adverb. So I can do lots of changes by just adding prefixes and suffixes. Again, let's look at the word legal. So in the manner, or if I want to change the adjective legal into an adverb, then it's going to be legally. I just add ly. If I want to negate the word or use the negative of it, so I'm going to say illegal. If I want to negate the adverb, then it's going to be what? Illegally. Okay? Personal, the same. So it's going to be personally. Impersonal. Remember we said here why to put im, because I have here the word starting with P, personal, okay? Then it's to make it easy to pronounce, I just put M and not any other letter, okay? Impersonal, this is the adjective, which means the negative of personal, and not in the manner or an adverb, it's done impersonally, yeah? Then you have the last word here on the list, it's regular. Then in the manner of something, then it will be regularly. If it is, I want to negate the word, then it's going to be irregular. Remember again, why ir? Because the word starts with R, letter R. And then not in the manner of or an adverb, then it is irregularly. Okay, so again, these are 3 or more ways to build new words, okay, by using the suffixes and the prefixes. Now let's have a look at some sentences where we are going to use new words. So it says here, completing sentences with new words. But be careful that the new words are derived from the same sentence, okay? You are not inventing anything. You are just looking at the sentence and try to complete the sentence using one of the words in the sentence itself, okay? So number 1 says, Mr. Smith writes short stories for a living. He always wanted to be a, okay? So here, first let's explain what do we mean by for a living. It means that his job is writing short stories, okay? This is his work. For a living means he earns his living by this, okay? So first, let's look at the word which we are going to change its part of speech. So he writes short stories, okay? He always wanted to be what? To be a what? So if I look at this verb, which is writes, then in order to change it into a job or the person which does something, then it's going to be what? I'm going to add what? Yes, excellent. He always wanted to be a writer. So if I add, in this case, the suffix, of course it should be er, okay? But because write, the main word ends in e, so then I just add r, okay? So it means that I change the verb, which is writes here in this case, into writer. So this is a new word, but be careful, it's not really new. You just added the suffix to change the verb into something which a person does, which is a writer. Number 2, I wrote the check with pencil. Now I have to it with a pen. So it means that, let's have a look at this sentence again. I wrote the check with pencil. First I did it with pencil. Now I have to, what? It with a pen. So it's like I have to do it again. So again, let's look at the keyword which we are going to change. Again, it's wrote. So it's like in this sentence, you did it once, but you have to do it again. Okay? So what will be the answer? Rewrite, because you did it once with pencil, and now you have to do it again with a pen or in pen. Okay? So rewrite. Then I added the prefix re. It means to show that I have to do the action again. Number 3, John is not polite. He is very. Of course, here, what should I look at? Sure, not polite. So I have here the adjective polite, but be careful, I have the negative of polite, which is, it's going to be what now? If I have not polite, then one word will mean impolite. So he's not polite, then it means he's impolite. So we have here im, which refers or which means not. So actually I just used a new word, but really it wasn't new. Okay? Number 4, we didn't do the homework correctly. The teacher asked us to it. So please, you try to tell me now. We didn't do the homework correctly. Okay? Did not do. And definitely the teacher will ask us to do what? Definitely to do it again. Okay? So instead of saying to do it again, then we just use one word, which is redo. And we said here re means again. Very good. Number 5, I need to open this can. Where is the can? Something. Okay? So I need to open. Here, open is a verb. Okay? And the can, I think you know the meaning of the word can. It's like the small tin where there something, they put some food in. Okay? So we call it can. Okay? It's not a verb here. It's a noun. Be careful. So where is the can? So what do you think? Open here is the verb. So when I want to change can into what? Sure, I'm going to change open as verb into opener, er, which is of course a noun. Can opener. It's the thing where you open cans with. Okay? Number 6, when you drive in bad weather, you must be careful. In bad weather, it is always necessary to drive. So of course here you have to look at the key word here, which is careful. And definitely careful is an adjective. Yeah? So it's always necessary to drive what? How are you going to drive? This is another way of just pointing you to the correct answer. How are you going to do it? The manner of doing something. And of course, when we say manner of doing something or how you do it, is definitely you add ly to the adjective. In our sentence here, the word careful is an adjective, and of course here I have to use the adverb. So it's going to be carefully. Number 7, I don't know where I placed that file. The file. So of course here in this sentence, I don't know where, I just put it in a place, but I don't know where. It's like I changed its place, and I don't know where it is, as this illustration shows that this person is looking for something, okay? So what do you think we are going to look at here? Definitely I misplaced the file. It means that it means that I put it in a wrong place. Misplaced, remember we have miss, and of course miss means that I put it in the wrong place. I don't know where it is, and I changed its place, and of course I misplaced it. Number 8, children like to play games. Something games is fun for them. Okay? So, of course, here we have 2 children. They are doing what? Yes, they are playing games. So, they like to play games. Then if I want to change this into the action itself, so then I'm going to do what? Playing games is fun for them. Very good. So I have here playing games. I changed the verb play into playing by adding the suffix ing. Okay. Number 9. The doctor examined the sick woman yesterday. He plans to her tomorrow to see if there is any change. So here we have the word examined, and as you can see, this is our sick woman. So he examined her yesterday, and he's going to do something again tomorrow. He's going to do the same action tomorrow. So of course, it is going to be sure, re-examine, re-examine. Why did we put here hyphenation? Because we have re and is, so I can't put them together. So re-examine, this is one word, but I have to put a small dash here, we call it hyphen, because of course of the two vowels coming together. So I can't remove any of these vowels, okay? So re-examine her tomorrow to see if there is any change, okay? Now we are going to look at another way of knowing or guessing the meaning of a word. Okay, so we call that context clues. And again, we talked about this before. Always when you are reading English, you will sometimes find a word that you don't know. And of course, if you don't know a word, what should you do? There are some options of what should you do when you don't know the meaning of a word, is that you might stop reading in order to look up every new word in your dictionary. And of course, this will take more time, and it's very, very boring. Okay? So one quick excellent method of finding the meaning of a new word is to use the context. And what do we mean by a context? It is, of course, the sentence which the word is put in. Okay, so let's look at this word together, which is knob. Of course, the K is silent. We don't pronounce the K, okay? It's knob. So the word knob, what do you know about knob? Probably nothing. Okay, you don't know you don't know this word. But if I put this word knob in a sentence, maybe you can guess its meaning because of the context, because of this sentence, okay? Let's read this sentence together. Please turn the knob on the left until you find an FM station that plays good music. So now there are lots of words to show me the meaning of the word knob, even if I don't know the word knob and I did not see it again. Okay? So these important words, as you can see from the arrows, we have turn, and then we have on the left, we have FM, and we have music. Okay? So if you have all these words in the sentence, then definitely you will understand that the word knob has something to do with the radio. So, like the picture we have in front of us. Okay? So it has to do with a radio where you can turn things on to the left or to the right or whatever, and of course to find the new FM station or any station. Okay? So this is the knob, as you can see. Also, there is another knob, this one, which is we call it the doorknob. Okay, again, K is silent. We don't pronounce the K. I know that this word you didn't meet before, but I think when you read the sentence, you could understand, you could guess the meaning of the word knob because of certain words. Let's have a look at another example. Also, sometimes the context can change the meaning of a word, and we have here the word watch, and I can use it in more than one sentence, or in more than a sentence. So each time it gives me a new meaning. Okay, let's have a look at this sentence. We have, they watch television every day, and I forgot to wear my watch. So definitely they watch television every day. The word watch in this sentence is a verb, okay? And this is the act of watching. What does the word watch here mean? It means look at something attentively, and as this person is doing, watching TV. Okay? I forgot to wear my watch. In this case, watch is not a verb. Watch is a noun. Okay? And of course, you know what is a watch. We wear watches every day. And so the meaning of the word watch is a small timepiece worn typically on a strap on one's wrist. And this is where you put your watch, your wrist. Okay? So as we said here, that sometimes the context can change the meaning of the word. The sentence itself can change the meaning of the word. You know it as a certain meaning, but then you find that the word has more than one meaning because of the sentence. Also the word letter. If I use the word letter as in the first sentence we have, the English alphabet has 25 letters. Or sorry, actually it's 26. And then I often write letters to my friends. Okay? Both letters in this sentence, in these two sentences, are nouns. Okay? But each word has a different meaning. So here the English alphabet, of course these, A, B, C, D until Z, okay? These are the letters of the alphabets. And they mean any of the symbols of an alphabet, okay? When I say I often write letters to my friend, it doesn't mean anymore the symbols of an alphabet. It doesn't mean that. It means something else. These are the letters which you write to your friends. So in this case, it means a written or typed or printed communication sent by post. Okay, so it's a message sent by post to another person. In this case, this is the meaning of word letters in this context. Okay. Again, there are other ways of knowing the meaning of the word, and again, this is another way of using context clues by using the opposites. Okay, so let's look at these four sentences together, and we'll try to put the opposites of, or use the opposites of some of the words. Like number one, George is not single. He's what? If I have not single, then the opposite of not single is married. Then married means not single. Okay? So if I don't understand the word married, then it's easy to know that it means not single. Yeah? Number two, your answer is not correct. It is. So if it is not correct, then it can be wrong or incorrect. Remember when we said we could add some prefixes to the same word to give me the same meaning. Not correct means incorrect. Number three, the box is not small, it is very. If it is not small, then it's going to be what? Big, huge, massive. Okay? So these three words mean not small. So if I have in the sentence, it's very massive, then I will understand that massive means the opposite, it means the opposite of not small, which is big. Number four, I thought that the salad tasted bad, but the meat was. So again, I need to look at the opposite of bad. Why the opposite? Because I have here the connector but. And as you know from your grammar, that when you use but, it means the opposite or give you the contrast of something. So if the salad tasted bad, then the meat was what? Good, delicious, or excellent. All these words mean that the meat was nice, which is not bad. Okay? How not bad? Because you have the word but. Now we look at very important item here, which really is going to help you to understand more of the words, and this is really important, okay, because it's going to help you look at your reading and vocabulary and also the prompt of the writing. Okay, here what we are going to have is that we are going to look at a sentence, and then this sentence is going to be to have more information to tell us, to try to guess the meaning of these words. Okay, so let's look at the first one. She can't find her sneakers. The new word here is sneakers, and we want to know the meaning of the word sneakers. A, money. B, plates. C, shoes. Okay? Now from this sentence, I can't guess even the meaning of the word sneakers. So because of this sentence, she can't find her sneakers. For me, sneakers can mean money, can mean plates, can mean shoes. I have no clue of knowing the meaning of the word sneakers. Nothing. Okay, so for me, if I look at this word, it can mean all of them. Okay, so all money or plates or shoes can be the correct answer. But if we look at the same sentence by adding a new word like, she can't find her white sneakers. Now white give me a clue to find the meaning of, or to guess the meaning of the word sneakers. Again, the options are the same. Money or plates or shoes. But because I have the word white here added, then definitely money is I'm going to eliminate the word money, because I didn't find at all white money. It doesn't apply here. So now I can find white plates or white shoes. Okay? But if I look at the sentence written in a different way, she can't play tennis because she can't find her sneakers or her white sneakers, then this will tell me definitely that sneakers has something to do with, of course, not money, not plates, but it should do with shoes. So if I have the word sneakers here, because of the context, tennis. Because playing tennis, you can't play tennis with plates, you can't play tennis with money, but you have to play tennis with the shoes. So the word sneakers definitely will mean shoes now. Okay? So you have to be careful that in the CEPA exam, in the section of vocabulary, all the sentences will have clues like this. So the sentence will not just will tell you which word to choose, which meaning is the correct meaning. So you don't worry. Okay? Let's have a look at another example. He was injured yesterday, and our new word here is the word injured. A means tired, B means hurt, and C means thirsty. Again, the sentence doesn't tell me at all what do we mean by injured. Okay? There is no clue in the sentence to tell me the meaning of injured. Injured here can mean tired, can mean hurt, and can mean thirsty. They are all the same. Yeah? But if we look at the sentence and we add some information, then things may be clear. He was injured yesterday, so he might not come to class today. So, because of the addition, he might not come to class today, then which word can't fit here? Of course, thirsty. If a person is thirsty, he can just go to class, no problem. But the context here might not come to class, then eliminated thirsty. And so here injured can mean tired or hurt. We don't know. Now if we look at the sentence written in a different way, or we have more information added, he was injured when another player knocked him down in the football game yesterday, so he might not come to class today. So again, all these information put in the sentence showed me how to choose the correct answer. He was injured when another player knocked him down in the football game yesterday. So then, because of this, the word thirsty is going to be eliminated. Forget about it, it's not correct. Again, now the word tired is again not correct. So injured here is going to mean hurt. And of course, this is, as you can see, this footballer is hurt, okay? Because he was knocked down by another player. Let's have a look at another sentence. The weather will be extremely cold tomorrow. Again, we have to look at the meaning of the word extremely. Okay? So we have A, very, B, a little, C, not at all. Of course, extremely now, what do we mean by the weather will be extremely cold tomorrow? We don't understand. Is it very cold? Is it a little cold? Is it not at all cold? We can't get the meaning of the word extremely through this context. So for us, it can mean A, B, or C. But if we look at this, at the same sentence with more information added, then it's going to be like this. According to the weather report, the weather will be extremely cold tomorrow. So now we had more information. So then which word is I will just eliminate, I will just forget about? Then, of course, not at all, because here we have here the weather report. So the word extremely can mean very, can mean a little. Okay? If I look at the sentence, this sentence, which has all the information we need to guess the meaning of the word extremely, the sentence is like that. According to the weather report, the weather will be extremely cold tomorrow, so everyone will need a really heavy coat to stay warm. So now, of course, the context here, really heavy coat to be warm or to stay warm, then this gave me something. This told me that the word extremely will never mean not at all and will never mean a little. So now, definitely, the word extremely means very. And as you can see the picture, it's very cold. Now, let's have a look at another sentence. 4. The brain is important. We want to know the meaning of the word brain. A, something in your refrigerator. B, something in your head. And C, something in your neck. Okay? Again, what do you mean by the brain is important? What do you mean by brain? Again, the sentence here didn't give me any kind of a clue, did not give me any information. Okay? So, what should I do is that for me, brain means all of these, A or B or C. But if I have the sentence written as this, the brain is an important part of your body, then again this is this part which is part of your body, then added to the, showed me something, okay? Then definitely it's not going to be something in your refrigerator. If it is something in the body, then it can be B, something in your head, or C, something in your neck. Okay? Also, if I just read this sentence, because it controls thinking, breathing, and many important life functions, the brain is an important part of your body. Okay, just a minute, let's have a look. It here refers to what? Sure, it here refers to the brain. So they started by giving you the cause, and then they told you why the brain is important in your body. Okay? So because it controls thinking, breathing, and many important life functions. Then we understand now that the brain is an important part of your body. So sure now, it's not something in your fridge, and definitely it's not something in your neck. So sure, the brain is something in your head. This is the brain. So of course, by this we come to the end of our lesson, and I hope that things are now clear. Be careful that the type of sentences you are going to have in the CIPA exam on in the part of, or in the section of vocabulary is all of the third type of the sentences we talked about. They are going to give you a clue to how to find the meaning of the word, or how to know which word is suitable in the place you are going to have. Okay? So also, in the part or in the section of reading, if they tell you give us the meaning of the word, And you have to look at the word in its context, in its sentence, okay? A sentence before the word, then the same sentence, or maybe sentence after it. This one when it deals with the reading section, okay? As for the vocabulary section, you will find the whole sentence is there clear to give you the idea of how to choose the suitable word, and also how to know the meaning of the word. I hope things are clear by now.
By this we come to the end of our lesson. I hope that you have enjoyed it, and please try to apply all the techniques we mentioned now, because they are really going to help you in the exam, either in the section of reading or in the section of vocabulary. Good luck.